Hi everyone, good to see you again all. I hope you all will be fine. Please check Iraq latest news updates. Today, Saturday, the Al-Fatah Alliance said that the American decision is still dominant over Iraqi political decision-making, and while it confirmed that the country has not fully recovered, it indicated the possibility officials removing Iraqi funds from American custody. The leader of the coalition, Aed Sahib, said in an interview with the Maalouma Agency, America is putting pressure on Iraq because it has not completely emerged from the UN resolutions, especially since the process of removing Iraqi funds from American custody may cause the loss and seizure of these funds. He added, the Iraqi state's decision has not fully recovered. If we want to compare the strength of the Iraqi decision and Qatar's in dealing with the United States of America, we notice that the latter has a very great advantage, as it possesses large sovereign funds. The leader of the Al-Amiri coalition explained, these policies confirm one thing, which is that Iraq has not officially recovered, and the American decision is still dominant and in control of Iraqi political decision-making. Sahib said, we need a long period for Iraq to get rid of these accumulations and control its economic situation away from America. The head of the Victory Alliance, Haider al-Abadi, had previously confirmed that America is imposing measures on us regarding the dollar without stopping its smuggling through the banks at Turkey and the Emirates, indicating that Washington considers Iraq a wall of fate. During the current period, America has worked to destroy the Iraqi currency by imposing sanctions on Iraqi banks and banning the dollar under many pretexts, which in one way or another led to a severe financial crisis in the Iraqi markets. And today, Saturday, the Minister of Transport, Razak Muhaibas al-Sadawi, held an expanded meeting in Baghdad, with the Turkish Minister of Transport and Infrastructure, Abdulkadir Oraloglu, and his accompanying delegation, to discuss the development road project. Al-Sadawi said in a statement carried by the ministry's media office, we discussed a number of issues related to the development road project with the Turkish Minister of Transport and Infrastructure, explaining that the meeting discussed the technical, legal and financial issues. He added that the meeting, which was attended by high-level officials from both countries, also reviewed the economic model of the project and how to establish and operate its various projects. Al-Sadawi confirmed that joint committees have been formed between Baghdad and Ankara to discuss technical, financial and legal issues, which will work to resolve any issues in order to begin work on implementing the project. The two sides stressed, according to the statement, the importance of conducting field visits to land and railway connection points between the two countries. For his part, the Turkish Minister of Transport and Infrastructure, Mr. Abdulkadir Oraloglu, began his speech during the meeting by offering condolences and sympathy to the Iraqi government and people over the Hamdaniya incident, stressing his country's government's support for Iraq, and its full readiness to provide any assistance that strengthens the relationship and cooperation between the two countries. Oglu reviewed the volume of trade exchange between Baghdad and Ankara, noting that transport corridors are increasing day after day around the world. He added that the development path will be the gold medalist among those paths, pointing out that the Turkish government worked to form a coordination council with a number of European countries regarding the development path, and therefore we hope that there will be another coordination council that includes Iraq and the countries of the region. It is noteworthy that the value of the development road project is estimated at $17 billion to connect an important port, Al-Fatah Grand Port, for goods on the southern Iraqi coast to the border with Turkey by extending a railway and road network. The development road aims to link the port of Al-Fatah in southern Iraq, which is rich in oil, with Turkey, turning the country into a transit center by shortening travel time between Asia and Europe in an attempt to compete with the Suez Canal. The Iraqi government envisions high-speed trains transporting goods and passengers at speeds of up to 300 km per hour, in addition to extending lines to local industrial and energy centers, which could include oil and gas pipelines. According to the plans, the main transportation roads will be linked to the main port of Al-Fatah on the shores of the Gulf through modernizing and building more than 1,200 kilometers of railways and highways linking Iraq to neighboring countries. And the governor of the Central Bank of Iraq, Ali al-Alik, announced an increase in the percentage of merchants using the electronic dollar selling platform, indicating that the high demand by travelers for the dollar is what increases pressure on the market. Al-Alik said in an interview with the official agency followed by Al-Maalouma that the electronic platform witnessed many difficulties at the beginning of its work that led to the reluctance of some to enter into it, indicating that the implementation rate in the electronic platform has now increased from 20% to 95%, and this gave we are reassured that accessing the platform provides speed and safety. He added, entering the electronic platform in the external transfer process saves all parties from the risks of being exposed to local and international sanctions. Al-Alik stated that 90% of the central bank's sales are for the purposes of remittances and external transfers, and they are proceeding smoothly and at the official price $13.20, but the problem lies in the cash side, which represents 10% of internal daily sales. He pointed out that the 10% rate is sufficient to meet the needs of travelers, but some are trying to dominate by withdrawing the amount allocated to travelers, which creates pressure and an increase in the cash price, and these parties have been identified as carrying out illegal and criminal operations. Al-Alik warned of some merchants who cannot work in an organized atmosphere, and are looking for chaos, and that the central bank is working to surround this challenge in coordination with the government to besiege these groups that are being diagnosed and followed up. And on Saturday, the Iraq Oil Report website revealed a new development related to Iraqi Kurdistan region's oil exports to the Turkish port of Ceyhan. The website stated in news translated by Shafaq News Agency, Iraq is moving forward with its attempt to enforce a major arbitration award against Turkey, in order for an American court to issue a ruling worth $601.9 million in favor of Iraq. He explained, the new Iraqi move is a sign that Baghdad and Ankara do not seem to be close to the type of diplomatic agreement necessary to reopen the Kurdistan region's oil export pipeline, via Turkey, despite a wave of technical talks in mid-September, which were, "We are moving towards resuming export operations." This comes days after American assurances to continue working with all concerned parties to reopen the oil pipeline between Iraq and Turkey in the near future. On September 15, the Turkish Minister of Energy, Alparslan Bayraktar, announced that the inspection of the oil pipeline from the Kurdistan region to the port of Ceyhan had been completed, and he also confirmed that the line would be technically ready for operation soon. Turkey had stopped flows through the pipeline located in the Kurdistan region, on March 25, after a ruling in an arbitration case issued by the International Chamber of Commerce ordered Ankara to pay compensation to Baghdad, due to the export of oil through the Kurdistan region without referring to the federal government between years 2014 and 2018. After that decision, Turkey began maintenance work on the pipeline that passes through a seismically active area, which it says was damaged by floods resulting from the devastating earthquake that struck the southern region on February 6. It is noteworthy that the Kurdistan Region Oil Industry Association announced late last August that stopping exports to the Turkish port of Ceyhan had cost producers and the Iraqi government losses of about $4 billion, as producers in the region were forced to reduce production since stopping the flow of oil through the pipeline. Thanks, take care.